They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're barely making it. All of those profits are going to the billionaires and the corporations that are buying everything. Companies are folding into companies and everything's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. One company owns everything. You know, kind of 4 companies own everything. Almost kind of like a lot of times unrelated things because of they're diversifying their product, but they're so fucking big because of how much profit that they have, because of how much they have sucked from their workforce and given them so little in return, and then turn it back on the product and seeing how they can squeeze and make efficient and just give as little as possible but get as much in return. That's the beating heart of the corporation right there. Is its self-interests are its main priority. It doesn't care about its customers. It doesn't care about its workers. It's itself, the parasite that just we keep feeding it from both ends, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But we don't realize that is actually what we need to cut it off and kill it. Kill that cancerous corporation parasite. We need to start becoming more self-reliant within our communities. And that starts with, on the ground level, understanding everyone's individual sovereignty. It's understanding that everyone is unique. Everyone has their thing. And regardless of personality, archetypal type of behavioral sort of clashes that might happen, like the things that people get made fun of. Just for an example, a lot of people think, I'm not giving any examples, never mind. I might even just cut this whole thing out. It's all got to come from somewhere, and it takes a certain type of person to facilitate some of that stuff. That's all I'm saying. It takes certain type of people to do certain types of things, and a lot of times what would push us away from those certain type of people is character conflicts. Being able to, because if we can't recognize each other's sovereignty and our independence and our free will and our ability to, be different, make decisions for ourselves, like what works for you might not work for me, what works for me might not work for you, just being amicably understanding of each other, and then also being able to find that common ground and then reach a connectedness. So here's my vision. LinkedIn, but expanded. Like LinkedIn, but not for corporations. A LinkedIn, kind of like a LinkedIn and a Facebook and a TikTok all in one. But like, this is what I can offer, sort of thing. This is what I have to offer. And then have that be on in a searchable thing with links and hashtags and highlights and stuff, so that you're findable based on location, because this all has to be local. So based on location, me for instance, I have my 608 EPA refrigeration certified. I'm also like college level certified at, well, not certified, but college level educated at industrial ammonia refrigeration, and I'm experienced several years in that. So like, I have refrigeration under my belt. I've also done commercial, and I've done a little HVAC stuff. Very well versed in the realm of refrigeration and general repair. I can do so much. I can offer the average person who's just looking for something fixed. They're like, you know, that sort of thing. So my LinkedIn would look like that. It would be like, here's what I have to offer. But then on my other page I also have a seeking page, things that I need. Like, I personally eat 3 eggs a day. I'm up to 3 now because I cut out bacon, cutting out pork. But I eat 3 eggs a day, so I'm up to 21 eggs a week. That's like 2 dozen would get me good. So I need 2 dozen eggs a week. There's someone out there that is producing the 2 dozen eggs. Like, I would do it for myself, but I don't have a chicken coop and I don't have chickens yet, and I'm saving the egg cartons because eventually I'd like to, but that's what I would need to fuel me. I'd also need at least one loaf of bread for myself per week. So maybe there's someone out there that does the baking. It's if we want to do business with each other, I would say I need a bread contract with someone, and then I would then have them sign a refrigeration contract or something like that, where I can offer them this in exchange for my eggs and bread and my food and stuff and my needs. Like, just take that concept and extrapolate it. Like, for local things, like acquiring your foods, maybe you need preserved food. Like, you go a step beyond the farmer, like to the butcher. Like, you need the meat, and so the butcher and the farmer have a contract, and then, you know, I'm helping both because I do the refrigeration for both. Like, there's other refrigeration guys that come in and also do some of that refrigeration work. Like, I can consolidate with other refrigeration guys that are offering the same thing. Like, I might need a hand or a helper in something, and start to form those connections, those alliances and networks, so that we can help each other and we don't have to be working for so-and-so, punching a clock every single day just to earn this monopoly green money that they manipulate so much right in front of us. Like, you don't have the option to print yourself more money. It's illegal, but the government can do it at will anytime they want. And so that therein, right there, they're taking away from your value. They're diluting the market, your market, the labor, like, that you invest, that you're invested in, is being completely made worthless when they decide to print money, when, you know, a lot of different ways. But what I'm saying is that if you're in the position to offer certain contribution, I mean, I'm gonna keep going back to the refrigeration, but it's not gonna be the same for everyone. Obviously, not everyone can work on refrigerators, but, you know, maybe you have a secret underlying ability or skill to sew. Maybe your thing is like sewing machines and sewing, and you're really good at clothes and repair and doing stuff. So, like, that becomes your thing. Or maybe it's something you've always wanted to do, and so then you offer your skills and labor to someone in order to learn the skills that you seek. And so the apprentice thing, and so Lauren's idea was amazing. I love watching that video because you can expand on it so much, and you can expand on this so much. There's so many videos to come out after this one, even, because